Hi guys, I'm Tyler, owner of Penny for Chaos Pressure Washing. Now, if I don't have any cars or any work to do over the weekends, I come out and do gold prospecting. So, like I told you guys before, I would give you an update. So, here it goes. All right. So, second day on this site, brought all the material down to this nice creek over here in Coeur d'Alene. Um, just off of Blue Creek Road. This creek is absolutely beautiful. I've seen some sections down the road. The creek is actually blue. I was really surprised. Um, was up here yesterday, did a full day. Didn't find any gold, unfortunately, but I find a lot of rounded rock and a lot of quartz. And I'm also digging holes on the inside bin. So with those three things in mind, it does show that there should be gold in this area. Hopefully we'll find some. So, and by the way, I got these nice rubber boots. They're so awesome. I can literally walk into 2 feet of water and not even get wet. And I usually get hot feet, you know, so wearing these boots in the water, this water actually keeps my feet pretty cool down, so that's a little bonus. Now, I got the sluice box. Okay, I got the sheet of wood there, kind of help with the water flow. Getting your sluice box is an absolute necessity when you're prospecting for gold. If it's not at the right angle, don't have enough water, too much water, the gold will just flush right out of your sluice box and you won't even know that you caught any gold. So getting your sluice box set up correctly is definitely a necessity. Also, when I first installed it into the riverbed yesterday, I kept moving around. So today, I did a couple upgrades. I pounded these posts into the ground, and then I set the height directly onto the sluice box. So everything is pretty well stiff in there. She is not moving anywhere. Um, After playing with this creek yesterday, I figured out a couple things. I was sending material between an eighth of an inch and a quarter of an inch down the sluice box, and the water wasn't really bringing the material down the sluice box. So I was trying to figure out what was wrong. So I made a few changes today and brought my header box. Usually I got my 2-inch water pump, but I have to go get the water permit in order to pump water. And if I was to do that, I have to send all the water, let's say, over that berm right there into the forest where it can make its own pond, so that that water does not re-enter the creek and dirty up the water or anything like that. So the style that I'm doing it is just gold panning style with a sluice box. I am not pumping water in any shape or form. So I did bring the header box I usually use for my pump, and I made that actually last winter. The cool thing about it is I got it sitting on a couple buckets, okay? And the first bucket, the orange one, that's just to hold the box into place now. The second one, when I pour water into the top, it's gonna send all the material that's an 1/8 inch or smaller into this bucket. Anything that's smaller than a quarter inch and bigger than an eighth of an inch will go in this bucket, and this screen is also a quarter inch. So with my quarter inch material, I just been tossing that off to the side because more than likely you ain't gonna find any gold, which would be awesome, but you ain't gonna find any gold really. Very slim chances that you're gonna find gold that's in between an eighth of an inch to a quarter of an inch. So I've been throwing this material off to the side and just deal with that later. Everything in the bucket is smaller than a quarter inch and bigger than an eighth of an inch. So I'm gonna just pan that material later, and all of my material that I pour in here, anything bigger than a quarter inch slides right off of here. Okay, I can pick the screen up and you can see any material that's bigger than an eighth of an inch goes right through there and down the ramp and right into this box. And then anything that's I won't pull it up now. Anything that's smaller than a 1/4 inch will go through the screen and go directly right into that bucket, which then I'm taking material from this bucket and I pour it right down the sluice box. And as you can see right now, because I'm only using an 1/8 inch or smaller material pouring down the sluice box is actually working very well. It's rinsing the material all the way down. The vacuum pocket after each ripple, that's exactly what you want. You want the water to clear off anything on the little ramps. And when the water goes over the ramp, it creates a vacuum pocket for your gold to jump in. So that's working properly. That's proper. That's proper. That's proper. And that's proper. And then the final one, it still has a vacuum pocket in there, so that's working really good. And then we have our rubber mat before it runs into the ripples. And you can see there might be some gold in there. I don't know. I've poured about, well, with the fine material in this bucket, I've been out here for probably about 3 hours, and I probably poured about 6 or 7 gallons of smaller than 1/8 inch material down the sluice box, so there might be something in there. Now, where I'm getting the material from, I'll show you a little bit. Whoa! Sometimes the water gets a little deep. That's about 3 feet. I don't want to get my feet wet, because these boots are good till 2 feet, but I got a full wetsuit. Just feeling a little too lazy to put the wetsuit on today. You can kind of see that's a hole that I dug yesterday and some of the material that I got. It's kind of different sizes through there, so I kind of used yesterday as a getting used to the area and finesse the style that I'm doing and try to make it work better. Here's another hole that I tried. Now these 2 holes are on the inside berm. As you can kind of see, I am on the inside, which is awesome. Yesterday the water was actually just going over this berm a little bit, and today it just went down just a pinch. Not too bad. So we'll come up here. As you can see, I'm still on the inside berm, because you can see the main current is off the outside going around. So you can see I'm totally on the inside turn. Coming up here a little bit further. We're almost there. I didn't go too far up the creek. I just want to get to more of a natural, untouched area to find the possibility of any gold, if any. So you can kind of see, I kind of went to the max. So if I go any further, I'm going to have to cut some trees and bushes down, and I really don't want to do that. I want to respect the forest and keep the forest how it is. And also following the laws and rules of Idaho State's gold prospecting. But again, even through here, water's coming down, and the inside berm right here. So I decided, okay, this is where the berm, where the water and material is starting to slow down. Where we got the bigger rocks on the outside here, and then over here, it's a lot of the small material. A lot of these rocks are about the size of my thumb, if not smaller. Now, yes, I do know that there is a lot of, let's say, sharp-edged rocks, but the only reason I chose this area is, take a look here. There is a significant amount of rounded rocks, and also quartz. That might be a piece of quartz right there. Nope, that's just a fancy rock. But I'm digging the material. Even though that hole is filled up, I dug that hole down about 3 feet on the inside berm. So with any luck, we might actually have a little bit of gold. Who knows? So I've been watching a lot of the videos from Dan Hurd Prospecting, Pioneer Poly Prospecting, Vogus Prospecting. I'm big a fan of you guys. I know there's a lot of videos on the YouTube of showing people with fake gold, painted rocks and all that baloney. But I've been watching you 3 guys for quite a while now, and I know you guys know what you're talking about. So I've been using all the information that I've accumulated from you guys, and I've been putting it to work. So I would love to use my high banker, meaning my 2-inch pump and 200 feet of 2-inch hose. I just need my dredge head, and then I can actually start dredging. But I don't have a dredge head yet, but I do have a 2-inch pump, generator, electric 2-inch pump. I got all that stuff. I just have to get my water permit to legally use it over here. You really don't want to piss off the feds doing illegal gold prospecting, because they'll really take you down, and I really don't want to do prison time for not following the rules. So if I follow the rules and I find some gold at it, that'd be awesome. So we got the canopy, some extra wood, table, some tools, a couple pans, my chair, and we're about halfway up the mountain of Fernan Hill. Obviously it's sunny up there, but it was sunny down here, but as soon as this area turns into shade, it gets cold. And also, we are in March right now, so we still have snow up here. And if you go up the road all the way up to the peak of the mountain, the road is undrivable. I got a pretty well, good Ford Explorer over there that gets around pretty good, but it ain't wanting to drive over 2 foot of snow on the road to get over the pass. So I'm just gonna have to be patient for another couple months before I can get to the other side into the more deeper part of the national forest around here. It's a lot more forestry over here in Idaho. So I know there's a lot of wildlife. There's bears, there's mountain lions, cougars, stuff like that. So in case I do have my arms ready to be used if need be. I mean, I don't want to use them, but if my life gets put in jeopardy, I'm gonna protect myself. Definitely don't want some mountain lion to see me as a big old steak and a easy dinner. So that's one of the things when you're prospecting for gold up here, basically in the middle of nowhere, with no neighbors, no other people, and it's just you. You have to do something to protect yourself in case. Because what are you gonna do if you get face to face with a cougar or a bear? You gotta do something, or you're someone else's lunch. So, like I said, I just want to give you guys an update. I'm gonna probably spend another couple hours doing a little bit more prospecting. I think I'm probably gonna fill up my bucket from that hole way back there. Probably do another bucket load, and then classify my material from the bigger than quarter inch, 1/8 inch, and then smaller than 1/8 inch, and then send the smaller than 1/8 inch down the sluice box, and then I'll panel the material that's in between 1/8 inch and 1/4 inch. I just don't believe it's worth my time to pan the material that's bigger than 1/4 inch. I just don't ever see anyone as like 1 in 2,000 that someone actually finds a nugget that's bigger than 1/4 inch or bigger. So I wasn't gonna spend too much time on playing with that material. But this is a nice creek. There's a lot of quartz. There's a lot of rounded rock. All the signs are here that there should be gold around here. So I hope so. You might see a blue tent in the water. I kind of doubt it because I don't see it through the camera on the phone. But I see a slight tent. But when I jump back on the road and I go down the hill, you look over the side, you can see some like side ponds that the creek kind of goes into and then drains out of. When you see those ponds, they're obviously the color of blue, which, well, that's where they got their name, Blue Creek. So I was kind of surprised when I seen the creek and it was like Blue Creek, and when I seen the blue color, I'm like, oh, I see that name 100% now. So this is some absolutely clean, pure water, kind of like the water I seen up in Kettle Falls and Medellin Falls, north of Washington, near the Canadian border. About the same type of year. I know a lot of this water is snow melt off, but and this water is very clear. And I'm not going to drink it unless I'm absolutely a need be, but more than likely not. But this is some absolutely cold and beautiful water and forest. I think I might come up here a few more times. Depends on if I start seeing some gold in my pan and stuff like that, then I'll come up here a lot more. But if I don't see some gold, and after I tried at least a dozen different spots, I'm probably gonna move to a different spot, see if I can get some better luck. If the gold does show to be pretty good around here, I'll probably get my water license and start using the high banker, and I'll probably be pumping all my water. So if the creek is right here, come from the back forest and going all the way down over there, then when I use my high banker, I'll just send that tube right up over this it's about a 5 or 6 foot high berm. Come over here, and we have a big open valley that I can start filling up with water using the high banker, and I don't have to worry about the water re-entering the creek and anything like that. So I'd be 100% good to go and legal. So if there's anyone that's wondering why I didn't dig into the side of the hill right here, that's some easy digging, I know. But the thing about gold prospecting, yes, there's a possibility that there might be a little bit of gold in there, okay? But from everything that I've learned, that berm over there is on the outside bend of the river, which means the water is high over there, meaning if there was any gold, it all got washed down the creek. Now to any inside berms, such as this entire inside berm right here, that's exactly where the water has slowed down. Obviously you can see the water is really fast on the right side up there and really slow on the left. The inside berm, of course. And that's the area you definitely want to get the material to send down your sluice box. So this is pretty fun. Kind of gets boring, but you gotta stay motivated. So that's it, everybody. I'm gonna get some more prospecting done. I might shoot another video of the cleanup just to show everybody if I found anything in the sluice box or panning the other buckets of material. I'll probably do a video and go from there. So thank you everybody for watching, and I'll try to post more videos and keep you guys updated. This is a fun recreation, but if you really want to find gold, do your homework, and again, watch Dan Hurd Prospecting, or Pioneer Polly, or Vogus Prospecting. Those three guys are the three top guys as far as the YouTube, Facebook, and a few other platforms. These guys have been doing it for years. I've got to meet Dan Hurd over at Eagle Ridge City in Idaho. I didn't know it was him when I first met him. We conversated for about a good 10-15 minutes, and then I went off and did my beginning of the gold prospecting, not knowing much, but definitely want to go do that. After watching these guys' videos for the past few years, I've noticed that Dan Hurd has met up with Pioneer Polly and also Vogus. So all three of those guys, they know each other, they're best friends, they do help each other. They even invite their friends or close family to some of their spots where they are digging up some really fine gold. Hopefully one day I can join the crew. So, all right, everybody. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.